Okay, so I'm going to build one of my Spec 25 transmissions, and I've got the shop peened and polished gears, the Teflon coated case, the super finished synchronizer assemblies. Nice, huh? This transmission is going to go into a 1969 Trans Am road race Camaro. It's a vintage car. And the Hurst shifter for the 1969 was designed to only fit the 27 spline Muncie extension housing. Let me show you. So 27 spline extension housings for the Muncie 4-speeds have 3 holes on the top, 2 on the bottom. And on the later units that have the speedometer on the passenger side, there's another hole actually over here for the Chevy 2 mounts. And the 69 mount utilizes these 3 holes. So I got the 69 mount plate here, and you can see that it lines up with these 3 holes. Problem now that I'm looking at is that when I want to use a 32 spline extension housing, such as this one, I can grab this one over here, but if you notice, these holes do not line up. The 32 spline Muncies always had just 3 holes, but the 2 lower holes, one was farther down and farther away this way. I don't know why they did that, but I think they did it so it wouldn't break into the casting or something like that. So, as you can see here, when I line up this 69 plate, it just kind of comes over the hole over here and doesn't even meet this hole over here. So, what I'm going to have to do is make a new mount. Alright, let me give George a call from Auto Gear and see if he can send me the prints for the 27 spline bolt pattern and the 32 spline bolt pattern. Hey George, I was wondering, don't you have a print on the 27 spline tail and the 32 spline extension housing shifter patterns? I thought you did. Can you do me a favor and email me one? Thanks, appreciate it. All right. That's just what I need. Perfect. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go home and take this paperwork and superimpose the 27 spline bolt pattern over the 32 spline bolt pattern, and measure up that Hurst 69 plate I have, and do a 3D model of a new plate that I think should work fine. Let's go home. It's been a long day anyway. I'm home. I had a crazy day at the shop. Got some dinner in me, and now I can start drawing that plate. Let me show you what I'm doing. That's the plate there. Those are the new mounting holes. And this is a drawing, so you're not really going to see the model yet. And this is the top mounting hole for the shifter. And these, I'm going to put 2 holes over here on an arc, so that it can be adjusted a little bit. I got my radiuses over here. It's going to be about 3/8 thick plate. What's really cool about these programs, you could do things like check your distances to make sure your dimensions are where they're supposed to be. So if I click on this one and let's say that one, it's going to give me 2.941, okay, which is the magic number I was told for the shifter mounts. And if I click on this one over here, do the same thing, it's 2.941. So I know now that these holes are going to be perfect as far as being able to move that shifter over. And I countersunk these 3 mounting holes so they're clear to shifter, and the spacer goes on top of that. Looks like it's going to be a great mount. So I'm going to generate a 3D model from that drawing and email that model and the drawing to the company who does my water jet cutting, and also to the company who's going to do my machine work. Hopefully I'll get it back in a few weeks, and I can get these plates on these transmissions for that race team. a little scratched up. I hate when people pack things that are plated. Let's go see how this looks. Okay, here's my drawing. Look at that. Wonderful. Okay, so here you have the old plate and a new plate. So what I also did is, besides changing the bolt pattern, is I also added another hole over here so you can rotate the shifter a little bit to give a little bit more floor clearance, because a lot of these cars, the shifter tends to hit the front of the tunnel. So let's go see how this fits now. It goes here. Problem solved. So I hope you really enjoyed this quick little fun video. It's just how I make some of the stuff I do in the shop. It's all really simple, really easy. Took about a week's turnaround time to get the plates done. They were water jet cut for me and machined to my print. I just upload files to the vendor and that was it. It was taken care of really quite easy. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe.